Hello, boys and girls. For today's lesson, we will be doing Chapter 1, Lesson 8. You will need pages 55 through 60 in your workbook, and you will also need a pencil. So if you need to pause the video to go get those things, go ahead and do that now. All right, I would like to start with another video for our math lesson. Today we're going to be talking about less than, or another word is fewer than.
Than or fewer than. Matthew Can-Do wants to compare this group of jackets and this group of scarves. He wants to know which group is less, or has fewer objects. Draw a line from the first jacket to the first scarf. Draw a line from the second jacket to the second scarf. There are not enough scarves in the second group to match each jacket in the first group. The second group is less than, or has fewer objects than, the first group. Draw a circle around the group of scarves. Here is a group of shirts and a group of shorts. We'll compare the two groups and draw a circle around the group that is less, or has fewer objects. Draw lines to match each shirt to one pair of shorts. The two groups are not the same. The group of shorts has fewer objects than the group of shirts, so we'll draw a circle around the group of shorts. Now we have a group of sweaters and a group of skirts to compare. We will compare the two groups and draw a circle around the group that has less. Draw a line from each sweater to a skirt. There are not enough sweaters to match each skirt. The group of sweaters has fewer objects than the group of skirts. We'll draw a circle around the group of sweaters.
All right, boys and girls, so for today's lesson, we are going to be talking about less than. And in the video, it does say to circle the objects that are less than. But I don't want to confuse you because in yesterday's lesson, we circled the amount that was greater than. So we're going to be doing it a little bit differently. Instead of circling the objects that are less than, we're actually going to be putting an X over top of them. And I'm going to show you exactly what that's going to look like. In my objects, I have some apples. Well, let's count how many apples we have in each group. Let's count the top row. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 apples in my top group. For number 4, we say, baby L, line down. Go ahead, say that with me. Baby L, line down. Good. In my second row, help me count how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 apples in my second row. For number 5, we say down and around and make a hat. Go ahead and say it. Down and around and make a hat. Great. Let's draw a line from each apple in the rows. Help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, we have an extra apple. Well, this tells me that the 4 apples on my top row are less than. So I'm going to put an X on the objects that are less than. So now we say 4 is less than 5. Good. All right, boys and girls, I have an object of a school bus. Well, I'm going to draw students that are less than the buses. Okay? So let's count how many buses we have. 1, 2, 3. Good. I'm going to just start drawing my students. And I'm just going to draw stick figures. Don't mind me. I'm not the best artist, but I'm doing my best. Good. Count how many students I have. 1, 2. Excellent. So we have a group of buses that are more than the group of students. Draw a line from the buses to the students. Help me count. 1, 2. Good. We have less than students than we do buses. So I put an X on that, and I'm going to circle the greater amount. All right, let's get started with our work. So this is what you should see on your papers. Okay. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on this farm he had some cows, E-I-E-I-O. Help me count how many cows we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 cows. When we write number 4, we say baby L, line down. Go ahead and write that with me. Baby L, line down. Good. Help me count how many sheep we have. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 sheep. When we write number 3, we say 1 hump, 2 hump. That's the number 3. Draw a line from the cow to the sheep and help me count. 1, 2, 3. Good. Put an X on the objects that are less than. Less than. That means fewer. Well, I see that we have more than, we have a greater amount of cows. So that means that our sheep are less than. Put an X on the objects that are less than. So that tells me that 3 is less than 4. Say the sheeps are less than the cows. Flip your papers over. All right. Now we're going to count how many sweaters we see and how many scarves. Now remember, I know that the scarves are circled to show less than, but I want to only circle what we have more than and put an X on the objects that are less than. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Help me count how many jackets we see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. When we write number 4, you say baby L, line down. Help me count how many scarves you see. 1, 2. When we write number 2, we say around, down, and out. Go ahead, say that. Around, down, and out. Perfect. Draw a line from the jackets to the scarf and help me count. 1, 2. Go ahead, your turn. 1, 2. Put an X on the objects that are fewer than, or put an X on the objects that are less than. Well, I'm looking at my jackets and I see that we have more jackets. So that means we have less than scarves. So that tells me that 2 is less than 4. Echo me. 2 is less than 4. Great job. All right, help me count how many shirts you see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 shirts. Remember, when we write number 5, we say down and around and make a hat. Go ahead, say that with me. down and around and make a hat. Good. Help me count how many pants we see. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 pants. When we write the number 3, we say 1 hump, 2 hump. That's the number 3. Go ahead, say that with me. 1 hump, 2 hump. That's the number 3. Draw a line from our shirts to our pants and help me count. 1, 2, 3. Good. I see that we have more than shirts. Put a circle around the shirts that are greater than. So that tells me that the shorts are less than. Put an X on the object that is less than. Good. Echo me. The shorts are less than the shirts. All right, help me count how many shirts you see, or sweaters. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 sweaters. When we write number 3, we say 1 hump, 2 hump. That's the number 3. Help me count how many skirts you see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 skirts. When we write the number 4, we say baby L, line down. Good. Draw a line from our shirts to our skirts and help me count. 1, 2, 3. Good. You do it on your paper. 1, 2, 3. Put a circle on the amount that is greater than. Put an X on the amount that is less than. Nice. Now echo me. The sweaters are less than the skirts. Help me count how many bathing suits you see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 bathing suits. Help me count how many goggles you see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we write number 5, remember, we say down and around and make a hat. Say that with me. Down and around and make a hat. Now draw a line from our bathing suits to our goggles. Help me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead, do that on your paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put a circle around the amount that is greater than. Put an X on the amount that is less than. Good. Now echo me. The goggles are less than the bathing suits. All right, boys and girls, that is all for today. Make sure that you are working on the independent practice part, and you're going to have to finish your homework later tonight. All right, boys and girls, I'll see you till next time.